So today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about operations with integers. Okay, and so first of all, we're going to review that the absolute value definition is distance from 0. So remember, absolute value is always what?
0.
Absolute value is always what?
Distance from 0.
It's always distance from 0, but what can you tell me about the types of numbers you get with absolute value?
Positive.
They're always positive. The reason why they're always positive is because they refer to distance. You can't go a negative distance. All right, years ago, when the cars used to have odometers that were actually ones that rolled, there were cars that if you went backwards, they would roll miles off. Those were the really old cars. Okay, but now, okay, they've fixed that. All right, and so anyway, absolute value means distance from 0. It's always positive. Opposites. A positive integer paired with its negative. You understand the opposites. So the opposite of 5 is? Negative 5. The opposite of negative 2 is? 2. Okay, additive inverse, a number and its opposite. So basically, additive inverse and opposite are real similar. Okay, they mean the same thing. Additive inverse is the mathematically correct way of saying a number and its opposite. So the additive inverse of 3 would be negative 3. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with some example problems here. I'm going to go ahead and let you do that on your expression. Here you go. Negative 3 plus negative 4. Now, if you have your expression on, it's going to give you the options of A, B, C, or D. All you do is hit in which one it is, and it will send it off. Now, if you make a mistake, it doesn't let you resend it. So make sure, okay, that you have it selected right the first time. So we have all 20. Still got 2 more. Let's go. Enter them in. Did I count? Okay, there's somebody. Did somebody just add 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Yep. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's do that. Okay, so the answer is C, which is negative 7. So remember, if you have 2 negatives, okay, your answer is going to be a negative. Now, if worst comes to worst, use a number line. Okay, you can go ahead and start with your number line here, and you start with your negative 3. So here's 0, here's negative 3. If you're going to add negative 4 to that, that means you're going to go 4 to the left. So 4, 5, 6, 7, there's negative 7. That's going to be your answer. All right, let's look at this next one. Negative 15 plus 4. Negative 15 plus 4. Now this is going to be a time where I don't let you use a calculator. Okay? All right, answer is B, negative 11. So let's go ahead and look at that. The reason why it's not positive as 11 is because, once again, if you use the number line, here's 0, here's negative 15. If you add 4 to that, that means you go 4 to the right, and that's going to put you at negative 11 right here. All right, 18 minus 23. Minus 23. The answer is negative 5. Why is it not positive 5? You're starting with positive 18, right? And you're going to the left, negative 23, so that's going to put you in the negative. Worst comes to worst, think about it this way. You have $18. You owe somebody 23. Okay, that's going to leave you in the whole $5. You're not going to have enough to do that. Let's look at this one. Ooh, you might have to use a little sheet of scratch paper there and jot that down if you can't do that in your head, and that's okay. Okay, negative 62 plus negative 14. Negative 62 plus negative 14. going to be one I'm not going to let you use a calculator on. All right, so this stuff is like no calculators, taboo. Answer is negative 76. Good. The reason why it's not positive is because you're adding two negatives together. All right, here you go. This is a little different. We'll see if you understand how that looks first of all. Okay, what's the operation between -3 and -4? Multiplication. When nothing's written there, that's multiplication. Okay, so in that case, we need to multiply. Okay, two negatives when we multiply make a positive, so we have 3 times 4, which is positive 12. All right, let's look at this one. 48 divided by -6. 48 divided by -6, so this is a positive divided by a negative. Positive divided by a negative. And the answer is -8. Good, because remember, a positive divided by a negative, your answer is a negative. All right, let's look at this one. -81 divided by -9. -81 divided by -9 is positive 9. Two negatives, remember, make a positive. And this very last one we're going to look at, this is very similar to one of the story problems you're going to have. In fact, it's number 23. It says Talia is working on a monthly budget. Her monthly income is $500. She has allocated $200 for savings, $100 for vehicle expenses, and $75 for clothing. How much is available or left to spend on entertainment? So we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to let you do this one, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and I just sent it to your expression. You're going to type in the number. When you type in the number, you'll be able to click the send, okay? So go ahead and figure that out. Talia brings in $500. She's going to put $200 away to savings, which is really good. $100 for vehicle expenses and $75 for clothing. How much does she have to spend on entertainment? All right, this one doesn't show a green one because I did a question on the fly. And the answer is actually 125. So those of you that had 125, that was correct. We're going to go ahead and go through how you solve that real quick. Now, how you solve that real quick is she starts with 500. We're going to subtract 200 for the savings. That leaves 300 left. We're going to subtract 100 for the vehicle expenses. That means she's got 200 left. We're now going to subtract 75 for clothing. That's going to leave us with $125. Now, what you could have done is you could have added up the 200, the 100, and the 75, in which case you get 375, right? And you could have done 500 minus 375, in which case you're still going to get 125. Doesn't matter. You'll still get the same result. Okay, so questions. Adding positive and negatives. That should be a review. Multiplying and dividing should be a review. So for tomorrow, what I need you to do is on P12, that page 1 through 22, I need you to do all of those. You have the rest of the time to work, and that is due tomorrow.